of the Empire State Building.
Let's go ahead and swing the camera over to my guy, Stephen Puth in the building. Give him a round of applause, please. Yes.
Thanks so much,
dude. A conversation that is long overdue. Before we cracked the mics, everybody was, busting my balls about it. But I mean, to finally have a proper sit down, dude, and to pick your brain a little bit and to see how the growth process has been, dude. I'm pretty stoked at everything that's coming your way, dog. How's it feel, first off, to be able to pursue a passion and to call it a career? That's got to be a kind of cool thing, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely grown into it. At first, I was like, is this a real job or am I just kind of like temporarily bouncing around? And it's really cool to see like how to take it seriously, but also still to like keep fun with it.
Yeah.
And just like grow. Like I'm definitely learning a lot about myself. So.
Dude, yeah, I want to start. Let's get to the very beginning, parts of the career, because you had been writing music for a while and you've been a behind the scenes cat for a little bit. And it wasn't until Massey, dude, he's like the artist whisperer, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's something that he does. You laugh because man.
No, that's 100% true. Because like, I thought it was just like a meeting of like, oh, I'll play some songs, maybe like artists, like, I don't know. I didn't really know what the meeting was. And I play him the songs, and then he's like, yeah, like, you should be the artist.
Wow.
And I was like, no. That's a bad
That's
idea.
The wrong thing to say to me right now.
And then he's like, in a British accent, he's like, well, why not, Stephen? And I'm just like, no. Like, that's not my jam. Like, I'm going to be behind the scene. And then, like, comes back to LA like a month later, right? And then he's like, still think you should be an artist.
Yeah.
But I chose to meet with him again, so it's like subconsciously, I think I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, dude.
And like, I was like, I don't know, like maybe. And then he's like, just come to New York, we'll talk about it. Fly to New York. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like what's the worst that happens,
To know that there is someone like a David Massey who truly believes in your ability to not only create these songs from behind the scenes, but to also give them life, to be the guy front and center. I mean, what little bit of, or how much confidence did that instill in you to really propel into this career now, man, that you're shining, bro? Like, that must have been that stamp of approval that you really were like, yeah, it's about to go down now.
Yeah, I mean, the motivation of like your team, your labels, obviously, it definitely has helped me in the sense, like, I was so scared of the idea of performing.
Got you.
Because, for example, like, playing the guitar, I never really knew how to, like, pick. Strum.
To try to learn that
I can only, like,
set.
pick, right?
Yeah.
And, like, strumming's it's considered easier, but, like, for some reason, my brain, I guess from coming from piano.
Yeah.
So that was always like my biggest fear, that, and then it's like, what do you talk about in between songs? Like, how do you, like, the flow of a performance.
Interesting.
Things that I'm just overthinking. And then I get up on a stage and they're just like, just go do it. Like, you'll.
Yeah.
And it's like first time through, like, just watching, they're there. And I was actually opening for Astrid S.
Yes.
And I get off the stage and the first thing she says to me is, wow, like, how did you learn how to like talk so well in between songs to people? And in my mind, I thought I was just rambling like I always do. And I was like, that's crazy. And like, I was looking at her thinking like, wow, she's so seasoned and like she's on point, like her singing, talking, like conciseness. And, it's just having that team, like they help you get along and move up with understanding all those little ticks as an artist.
And when you finally fast forward a little bit, you give us these. Listen, I took down some notes, man. I was gonna write down some actual stats.
You literally did.
Yeah, I just wrote down like 3 little bullet points here, and I was gonna write down the actual numbers for Sexual Vibe. And when you see a record like that, you kind of burst onto the scene with, with the song that you're like, I guess I'm gonna sing this song, and to see it connect like that, and to have that be the beginning part, and then another single, and then another single, to see the fans want to be there. Gosh, dude, from your perspective, standing on stage, what's that like to know that you can do it?
Well, I think what's cool is like Massey like kind of got me on Sexual Vibe. Like I made the song and I showed him like, look at this weird song I made, and he's like, that's almost there. What are you talking about? He's like, that's you. And it's like, what's cool is when I'm on the stage is I still get to play that, and then I get to play Half Gone, and then I get to play Look Away. And I'm seeing like this evolution like this growth of like, this is what I used to sound like, this is what I sounded like recently, and then this is what I sound like now, and this is when I listen to the music that's coming out, this is what my sound has evolved to. And I feel like Look Away is a very good foundation to like understanding what my sound's like shifting into.
Got it.
So I think the first couple songs they're necessary. I was trying to find myself, and I think I've really found like a sound that.
So tell me about Look Away, not just the story, but I know that, you know, the visual of it also really, you know, I mean, perfectly matches the, you know, the tempo of the song, the words that go with it. But I mean, about, you know, being in that relationship where, you know, there's that maybe, you know, you said it before, so there's something about the feeling of silence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah, it's like, okay, to be able to express these feelings, man, to know that they're your stories, and to do that.
Take it out of a relationship for a minute, like just even friends, or I mean, as far as family, it's like just the thought of getting in like an argument, or you get in a big fight or whatever. And it's like, it's just something that like happens it can happen almost every day.
Yeah.
If you piss off enough people. But like, you know, I don't know. It's just, to me, it was just like a very relatable topic. And on top of it, it sings really well.
Yeah. How fun is it to, how fun is it to watch these songs come to life? How fun is it to, you know, create the video and to watch it be exactly what you pictured in your mind, or maybe it wasn't exactly what you pictured in your mind, to see it, the final product, turn out to be, you know, this awesome collaboration with people behind
with the music video.
Yeah.
I think that's what's cool, because like you can only, what's in your head when you're reading the treatment on paper or you're help making it, it's just in your head, you know?
Yes.
So I thought it was pretty cool. We were in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, I want to ask, dude, how cold was that crap, dude? Was it like early in the morning, or was it super hot? Like what time of the day did you do that?
I don't know. We started at like, I think like 10 a.m.
Okay, yeah.
And
so
it got
probably like 117 by the time you were through.
Yeah. And we had one AC unit and it broke.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me?
So it was like, it was one for like the set. I mean, we had like trailers and stuff, so like people could go and cool off, but like, it was an issue because we thought people were like dehydrated, but it's cool. I got to drive this old car, and yeah, we were on this old set. Super cool. And then nighttime was like golden hour. Yeah. Normal temperature. Yeah. Everybody was getting kind of like angry, like very, very passive, and then it became like just full force anger because of the heat. But it's cool because everybody was working through it, and yeah, I mean, the desert can be so beautiful. Yeah. And I feel like the closing scene where it's like, or I guess it comes throughout, where I'm just deep in the desert and it's like sunset almost. I think that's the coolest scene, because that kind of just describes the song to me in a picture.
Dude, as we look forward to the rest of this year, and just, I mean, it's just, you know, the beginning stages of who Steven is, man. You know, gosh, man, what is there still to come, and what are you continuing to, you know, challenge yourself to do and to accomplish, bro?
Just really trying to hone in that sound.
Yeah.
Because definitely want an EP out by the new year. That's
okay.
Definitely the goal. And just, you know, not to make every song sound exactly the same or talk about the same exact issues of like, oh, my heart's broken, you know, but like just make a body of work that's very reflective of my personality.
Hell yeah.
Where it's like, all right, like, how do I want to be spoken through music and all that stuff, you know?
It would be stupid of me to be the journalist or be the radio guy, you know what I'm saying, sitting here hanging and knowing that I know both of your siblings. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, Michaela and obviously your brother, Charlie. What's it like to be able to have this family unit that is so supportive? I mean, for what she does to maintain your schedule, you and your brother, and to keep you guys on track at times. And then also to be able to bounce these ideas and to hone in on some of these specialized skills as a singer and songwriter with someone who I'm sure you probably had in the headlock a couple of times as a kid growing up, dude, but also one of the best in the business.
No,
like,
what's it like to have it? We didn't really fight growing up. Okay. We're not like feisty, like physically.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the reality is I'm kind of bigger than everyone, but I'm also the most gentle, so like no one ever fought each other. But no, it's great because you can get honest feedback. Yeah. Like, obviously my sound is my sound, and it's, you know, what's nice is like everyone has a musical background to some degree.
Yes.
And whether it's like too analytical or just kind of like, hey, what feels good? Like, would I listen to this in a bar or something? You know,
For
like scenarios like you're getting honest feedback, and your family's like, they're not going to sugarcoat it, you know?
Not at all.
And I think that's really important because, yes, it will piss me off, and I'll be like, what are you talking about? This song's good. You're out of your mind.
Yeah, you're crazy.
And they'll be like, no, this really isn't. And it winds up pushing me harder to make a better song.
For sure.
Or going back and editing that song, or just starting something brand new. But it's just constant, like, fuel to the fire. And I think it's a good type of fuel and fire.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's that combustible, that stuff that's not gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna it's gonna keep you driving.
No, it's important, and obviously, just to keep you at bay, like as a human, when you have your family, like keeping you in check, literally. So, it's cool.
Right. I'm gonna end this conversation with. Well, since we're at the legendary Z100, Steven, and since we're talking about family, I'm going to ask you to keep it all the way 100 with this question, man. All right?
True.
I mean, you grew up listening to the radio station. Your brother and sister,
every morning.
You guys are family to us, you know what I'm saying?
No, this is kind of crazy. Like, I haven't I realized it walking in. I'm like, but now I'm just kind of like, whoa.
You're meant to be here, bro.
Like, since I was like, I guess 5 is when I remember, like, we used to drive to the beach. There was always bridge traffic, right?
No, that doesn't change. It hasn't changed.
No, it hasn't. But, like, Z100, like, it was Z100. And then, like, it's always, like, my first, like, radio player in the house. Like, I would put Z100 on before I'd go to bed and fall asleep to it. And then my mom would yell at me and be like, turn that radio, My first car, the preset Z100, like, it's kind of cool to now just, like, as weirdly as it is, just like straight up touch this and be like, wow, it says Z100.
Can you make sure that he doesn't steal that and take it with him too?
I'm just gonna borrow it for a long period of time. It's all good. But like, no, it's definitely it's such a cool feeling.
Well, you're here, bro. So I'm gonna ask you to keep it all the way 100 with me, okay?
Absolutely.
And here's the question, Stephen Puth.
Yes. Sir.
Well, first of all, let me ask. This isn't the question, but who's older, you or your sister?
We're twins.
I mean, dude, somebody was first.
Oh, I mean, who do you think was older?
I think you.
No,
really.
No, I'm the young one.
You're by seconds, by minutes.
Couple minutes.
Okay,
but I was born a little on the premature side.
Okay, so she's well, of you, Michaela, Charlie. I want to ask this one question, man, and like I said, keep it all the way 100, man.
Yeah.
Who is the tattletale of the family?
The tattletale.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I would actually say like all of us, because we're all painfully honest.
Okay. So
it's like my sister would tattle on me when I would like do something because I was her twin and I was always hanging out with her.
Yeah.
So it's like if I was hanging out with my brother, I mean, like, I guess we never really tattled on each other. I guess it's different when you're twins, because it's like, look, bad twin doing bad thing, good twin doing good thing,
Okay, I feel it.
But there were other times where like they didn't. I remember when I was 3 years old, right? Don't ask me why, but I had a bowl, like a glass bowl. I put it on my head.
And you expect me to not ask you why? No,
I was eating chips. I was 3 years old, like sitting on my hands watching TV. I don't know. And the bowl just came off my head, and it just was no longer a bowl. It was more like fine art.
Okay.
And my mom's like, "What was that?" And I was like, nothing. She like comes downstairs. She's like, who broke the glass? And neither of us would say who broke it. And we blamed it on the dog.
Wow.
So it's like, no one was a straight up tattletale.
Okay.
Like sometimes, but when like when the fear of our mom like coming downstairs being like, who did it? The honesty comes out eventually. So.
That's all I ask, is that you keep it all the way 100 with me, too. And you did exactly that. Yo, Steven, man, this is, again, like I said, a conversation that I've been so looking forward to,
me
man.
too, dude.
I mean, the music is there. It's going to continue to be there. Looking forward for the EP. And just like whatever you need, bro. Like, you're part of the family. Like we said, open door policy, man. Make your way down here whenever you need to.
I keep coming back to New York. It's a good thing.
There you go, dog.
Yeah.
Selly, dude, hit me up, man. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, in studio. Please give it a round of applause. That's my guy, Stephen Puth.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.